first thing I do is I get my post level on where I'm going to start them off, and then I'll notch in my receptacles for the front and the side, and my 2x10s are going to go right inside of that area for strength. You want the load to be on this post. You don't want to just screw into the side with a board, because them tanks will be so heavy they'll just shear those screws and nuts and bolts and everything right off. No, like right where you see that dot right there. See where it says 50 1/4?
Yep.
See there's a line there?
Yep.
Put that board right in the center of that line.
Can I hold it?
Nope.
It might be sinking.
Nope. Alright, so we're hustling. The sun's going down. I'm trying to get this all finished. Real quick, what I'm doing right now is laying down the 2x10s on the top. I'll probably put 3 of them down. That'll elevate the tanks on top of these, and it'll also distribute the weight all across the whole deck. So if you have some serious weight, I don't know if you guys realize, but water is a serious weight. So you don't want to go at it cheap and chintzy. I mean, there's a lot of weight in this. When it has the 500 gallons or 400 gallons worth of water, it's going to be a lot of weight. So you want to make sure that you're distributing that weight across this whole deck platform, and that's what you do with decking. That's what that's going to do. So I'm just going to put 3 of these 2x10s across the top, and then that'll help distribute all the weight, and then the tanks will sit on top of that. We're just about done. All we have to do now is put these on, put the joists on for underneath on the rafters there, the floor joists, and then plumb in the tanks. Phew, Lordy. I'll be ready for an outdoor shower after all this. Alright, we're moving on to the plumbing aspects of it all. First thing we're going to do is we're going to put in this coupler. This allows us to get outside of the tank, and then we'll hook our ball valve onto there. Now, I've said this before in some other videos, you don't necessarily have to put the plumber's tape on there, but I like to do it anyways. I want to make sure we're not going to have any drips. And then just remember, that you wind it on opposite the way that you spin it on. So you want to wind it to your left, so that way when you put it on, it doesn't unwind. Because we're also going to, like I said, pipe this tank into the outdoor kitchen. All right. Now when I put this one on, I'm going to tilt it slightly down to encourage the water to travel downward. Okay, just a slight down, very slight. Then I'll do the same thing to the other side, where both sides are kind of pointing down, and then they'll meet up in this T, and then they're going to go back that way. All right, so that all took a little bit of time to figure out how I was going to connect everything up. So I have some T's, I have some quick disconnects, I have a rubber coupling too, just in case there's any problems in here I need to get in here. You don't want to glue up all your fittings, because if you need to get in there and make a repair, then you're going to be bummed out. So I'm going to get this all kind of primered and glued and get it good to go, and then show you guys along the way. But it did take me a second to just kind of figure out how I wanted everything to lay out. And then I'm also using a 5-micron filter that's going to be before we get to the shower and the outdoor kitchen. So I had to mount that thing and figure out where that was going to go, because it's like, I bet it's like 3 feet long. I mean, it's kind of crazy. But that's a 5-micron, so that'll get a lot of the sediment and stuff like that that might make it through the tank. A lot of the sediment will just settle at the bottom. So we're just doing that, make sure that it doesn't clog up the clog up the shower head, or just cause any general problems. So you probably always want to make sure you have some type of filter on something like that, especially if it's going to be going into like a shower head or something. Tell you what, I think today was the hottest day of the year so far. It was no joke. This is just a primer. A lot of you guys are probably familiar with it. You put it on and then you put your glue on. Some people say it kind of cleans it up. Other people say that it's for the code inspectors so they can just look at it and tell. I don't know. Alright, we're going to be humming along now. And actually they say it's going to rain tomorrow from 9 a.m. till 4 or 5 p.m. so we really should pick up some good rain. So I'm really fighting hard. Worst case scenario, I don't get it totally done, but I can just shut these ball valves off and start collecting rain in them right off. But I think if I stick with it and work till dark, I think I'll get it. Outdoor shower is done. Now we're waiting for the rain to come, and it's right on schedule. Awesome. Love it when a plan comes together. Ooh, that's a big one there. Hashtag nuggets, dropping them all over this video.
Boom, boom, boom.
So hopefully you guys got some really good tips so you can get your outdoor shower going, even if you're on grid, but especially if you're off grid. I know one of the things when I was kind of looking around, perusing the YouTubes, was I found a lot of people, but they were
perusing?
Yeah, I was perusing the YouTubes, but they were dependent on 12-volt pumps, and we wanted to be totally independent and totally everything gravity fed here. So we were able to figure it out and work with what we had, and this is what we came up with, and it's working fantastic. So hopefully you guys are getting a lot of good information off of this so you can implement this system at your place, so you can be a little more independent from the system as well.
And it is amazing. It's been a long time coming. You're gonna get me wet. A long time coming, and he was thinking and thinking, how can I do it, because he's so tall, so we could get the water pressure. And this was such a good idea. It's amazing. Turn it up all the way.
Yeah, so you can just barely turn it on. You can get a nice
just get
shower.
a little bit.
That's plenty good shower, but then you can go full force.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You don't even get that much pressure in the city. I mean, it's
crazy.
amazing. It's the truth. It comes out so good. It's
She's
really
loving
good.
on her husband.
It's really good.
And then what happens is as the water drops, obviously when it gets below the outlet here, you're going to have pressure issues. But what I've done is I didn't glue any of these fittings in, and I can just replace this pipe with a shorter one, and then I'll put it right here, and I'll still be able to get a shower. I just won't have it dropping on my head, you know, like a waterfall, but we'll still be able to work it and have it, you know, provide us with an outdoor shower. Also, we can always pump water in this from our main system. We have a 3,000-gallon rain catchment system. In case you're new to our channel, we live in the Midwest in a log cabin that we built ourselves with no skills from wood from the forest in 90 days. And our cabin and everything we do here is totally no solar, no wind power, and we don't have any city water, no septics, anything like that. Composting, gravity-fed water systems. I'll leave a bunch of links up there for you guys to check out. So welcome to the channel if you're new here. But this is going to be working just fantastic.
And how are you going to keep them warm?
Oh, so if you guys missed our video that we did with the greenhouse water catchment, I'll leave a link right there for you, but we're going to use the exact same principle to keep these. Except for one thing that we're going to do different is we're going to flip it over, and we're not going to use the black side, we're going to use the lighter color side. I was even thinking that I could use the black side on one tank and the lighter color on the other tank. That way I could combine the hot water and cold water together and have a nice soothing shower. But we like to take cold showers, so we'll probably just use the white sides so it doesn't attract as much heat for the water. But remember, to keep algae out of your tanks, it's just about keeping the sun from penetrating and hitting the water. So if you want to paint them black or whatever you want to do on your homestead, would surely work.
Or even when it gets closer to fall, when it's getting cooler, you could even flip it over so we have more warm water as it, you know.
Yeah, if we want to utilize warm water in the cooler climates, because we won't use this at all during the winter time. you know, if we wanted to do that, that was a great idea. We could just flip over the tarp. So hopefully you guys picked up a lot of nuggets in this. Stacy's wearing one of our Homestead Homie t-shirts. If you guys want to support what we're doing here at the Homestead, make sure you click that link below, get your Homestead Homie t-shirts. And I want to add that the Homesteading Life Conference Homie t-shirts is also available now. So if you're coming to the conference, you can get your official swag. And if you can't make it to the conference,
support us by getting just a t-shirt because they're so cute.
That's
really
it.
cute.
You can just get one of those t-shirts, and then that's just like you're being there. And it also helps fund what we're doing here, especially with the Learning Center. We're really jazzed up about that. And that project's going to be underway as soon as I get done with the deck over there.
Yeah, it's totally cool, and I have to give you props because he did so good. This has been a long time coming, and it's amazing. It turned out really good. And don't think we're not having a door or something here. What are you making here for me? Because I'm like, I want a door.
She's like, where's the door? I'm like, it's an outdoor shower. You're going to be under the stars. But we have a road way over there, so she's like thinking people are going to have binoculars. So basically, I'll drop a 4x4 post in here, and it'll just be like an offset entry where you'll come in, but you know, no one can see you from anywhere else. So that's what we're going to be doing there. As always,
check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
And we'll see you guys on the next video.
See you guys.
Oh, don't forget, August 12th and 13th, we'll be in Hannibal, Missouri at the Homesteading Life Conference, and we hope to see you there.
Hey guys, thanks for watching our video. You might want to check out these videos.
And if you want to become a Homestead Homie, click the picture of us below.
We will see you tomorrow.